Hi everyone, it's Marquita. Thanks for tuning into this video. Please make sure before we get started that you subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'll wait. Ready? Okay. So I wanted to, first of all, peep these Queen Latifah Set It Off braids. That's what y'all getting today. No bra. That's what y'all getting today too. I will try to keep the camera above level because nobody ready for that. I wanted to make a video. I'm looking at notes that I wrote down. I wanted to make a video about this pregnancy, and I know I sound winded. I got children inside of me. This pregnancy and the symptoms that I found on the internet that everyone, could have or may have or may not. I don't know. But I want to go through the ones that were most common and let you know what I had versus what I didn't. So the first one on this list for the first trimester, so the feeling of overall paranoia. Yes, that happened. As soon as I found out, I was like, and you saw in the video before, I was like, who's taking care of these kids? That was a serious question. I actually still don't know who's taking care of these kids, but we'll figure that out. We got, we got like 5-6 weeks. We'll figure that out. The next thing is tender, swollen breasts. Yeah, I had that, definitely. They're still very tender. They're not as swollen, but I remember not being able to not being able to wear a bra all the time and not wanting to wear a bra because the bra literally hurt. And I don't know if the material was made out of steel wool, so it made it itchy too. So it was a steel and steel wool bra. That's all I'm going to tell you. But yes, they were very tender, very swollen, very itchy. Still itchy. Let's see. Nausea with or without vomiting. So I would say when I found out I was 6 weeks. So the first maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, I think it was in my head that I'm supposed to be nauseous. So I started getting nauseous like every day. But then I realized I was taking a prenatal that had iron in it. And the iron supplement in the prenatal was making me even more nauseous. And that was terrible. So I tried 2 different ones. And then I switched to one without the iron in it. And I was okay. Still a little nauseous here and there from like certain smells, like because I was still commuting to work at the time. But yes, I did experience nausea. Vomiting, no, not really. I vomited twice this entire pregnancy. The first time was in the first trimester. I had a salad and I had pistachios on it, the works. I had tomatoes, everything. Delicious. Me being the greedy person that I am, said, those pistachios are good. I'm gonna go back and eat some more pistachios right now. So I took a handful, shoved them down my throat. 10 seconds later, I was like, oh no, I probably shouldn't have done that. So immediately to the bathroom, pistachios came back up, felt like a gem. And I love pistachios, but I have not tried to eat them since. And then the second time was in my second trimester. I don't know why. I just all of a sudden felt the urge to want to puke. And I had grapefruit. And let's just say there was grapefruit all over the bathroom walls and floor. And, my mom took care of that. So I didn't have to worry about it. Good thing she was home. Let's see. Increased urination. Yes, and still. So, and more frequent right now. So in the first trimester, yes, I was running to the bathroom every time I took a sip of anything. So we're just gonna leave that at that. So fatigue, I was extremely tired the first trimester. Now it just so happens that when I found out, it was the week, it was close to the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I had a few days off in a row, so I was able to sleep and take naps throughout the day for like multiple days in a row. So that worked out great. After that, you know, kind of fell asleep at work a few times. Not really, but I wanted to. I was sluggish, I was tired, slept on the train going to work, slept on the train coming back from work. I was really fatigued. Next one is food cravings. So here's the funny thing. I didn't really have food cravings in the first trimester, but I do now. And for some non-food items. If you can guess what those two things are, go ahead and put a comment below. Maybe I'll send you something. But in the first trimester, if you know me, you know I hate avocados. Hate them. I think they taste like, they're just nasty. And when people have guacamole and it's kind of warm, I feel like you're already eating vomit and it looks like vomit. I used to be able to eat avocados. They have to be extremely cold and I gotta eat it quick before it gets warm or brown, or that's the thing, it gets brown too quick. But turns out that I had an avocado and I cut it up and I let it soak in lime or lemon, whatever I had, put some salt and pepper on it, and I thought it was the best thing in the world. And I'm still eating it to this day. Let's see what happens after the kids get here, because I may go back to hating it again. Who knows? You know, it's life. Everyone has decisions to make. I gotta decide if I like avocado. Heartburn. In the first trimester, no. I definitely have it now almost every single day in the third trimester. And it's not cute. It's like I ate something or not. Or I drank something and I just want to lay down. Can't do that. I definitely slept sitting up in the last month 3 times because I felt like every time I laid down, the heartburn was there. So I took a Tums and I propped my pillows up and I slept sitting up. That seemed to help. But who wants to do that? Nope. Constipation. No, not really. It happened twice, and honestly, the first time it happened, I thought I was dying. So I was like, no, water. Make sure you drink water every day, even if it's a little. And then it happened again, probably in the second trimester, and I was like, oh, you didn't learn your lesson. So boom, there you go. So it hasn't happened again since. So literally twice. That was it. So drink water. Mood swings. No. And Chris is not here to tell you if I have had any or not, but I don't think I have. I actually think I've been very pleasant and super sweet to that man. So, you know, despite him knocking me up and giving me 2, I've been very nice to him. You know, I threaten him all the time anyway, but, you know, that's normal. Second trimester, let's get into that. Clearly I should put my glasses on. Nosebleeds. I have never had a nosebleed a day in my life. Now all of a sudden, if I wake up and I feel like I'm phlegmy, my nose is gonna start bleeding and I know I'm gonna cough up phlegm with blood in it. If my nose feels super dry at night, that dry burny feeling, I know I'm gonna have a nosebleed. And that's still happening now. It used to happen like maybe once every 2 weeks or so. Now it's happening like at least twice a week, maybe 3 times. I had one just this morning and it's like a normal thing now. But I did find out from the doctor, it's fine. Overall less tired is the feeling. Yes, I am overall less tired. I was overall less tired in the second trimester. Still paranoid. Yep. Still don't know where these kids are going. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Belly and breast getting bigger. Why did they put that in there? That's stupid. That's stupid. I'm not even gonna. Okay, Braxton Hicks contractions. So, from what I read, these are like not real contractions, but I don't know what they're supposed to feel like. I heard contractions are supposed to feel like bad period cramps. I haven't had that, luckily, so I don't think I had these. Skin changes. The only thing I would say is I noticed like my forehead gets a little dry. See, I have a little dry patch there. Try to keep it moisturized. And my nipples, with the itching and all that stuff, they definitely got darker. Not much, because they're already black. And they're so itchy and irritable that I felt at the time they were starting to get scaly. And I wasn't trying to scratch them, I was like rubbing them, but they would get like scaly. And I would just put oil on them and they would go back to normal. Then a couple of days later, they'd be itchy again. So whatever, they're still doing that. But that's the only skin issues I had. Nasal problems. Yes. And I think that goes along with the bleeding of the nose and everything. So I did, Chris got me humidifier for the bedroom. I don't use it all the time, but sometimes if I have that feeling like I'm congested or I feel dry or whatever, I put it on. And it's usually at nighttime. So sometimes I just sleep with it on. Whew, I sound winded. Lord, help me please. Dental issues. I have pretty decent teeth, and the dentist says that everything's pretty good in there. The problem is now when I floss, you get a little blood when you floss here and there if you do it too hard. Even if I try to gently get it in there, blood everywhere, like a crime scene. And I'm like, what the hell? So now I have to be more careful, but it doesn't even matter because I get like my gums start bleeding. So I guess that comes with it. Dizziness. Now, I think I felt dizzy one time, and that was the 3rd trimester that I'm in now, not in the 2nd. And I was in the bathroom, and I was able to hold on to the towel bar, and I was fine. So it was like 10 seconds of dizziness, and that's all I experienced. Leg cramps. No. I haven't had any of those. I did have like sciatic problems on the right side for a while, and that's when I was still commuting to work. And I remember for a good, 4 or 5 days, I would, I'd get off the train and I walk to work, and it's like 3 or 4 blocks. I think it's 3 blocks. And it would take me generally 3 or 4 minutes to get to work from the subway. During this sciatic problem on my right side, it literally took me like 12, 13 minutes to walk. I was walking 1 foot at a time. Like, not a normal walk, like 1 foot, wait, 1 foot, wait. It was terrible. But that went away after a few days. Here and there I feel it, but it's not like how it was before. Before it was like, oh my God, I need a whole new leg and back and body. Just throw the whole thing away. Just throw the whole thing away. Vaginal discharge. And I know, I don't know if there's any guys watching this, but this happens, for women it happens. Yes, there was an increase in that, and that's all I will say. Let's skip to the 3rd trimester. So they say the overall feeling is anxiety and the fear of the birth. Yes. Yes. Every single day, all I think about, morning, noon, and night, is how how am I going to know when I need to go if it happens sooner than it's supposed to? My original date when we thought it was one baby was July 28th. Now it's been pushed up to another week prior to that, because the last few times I went to the doctor, both babies were breech. So they set me up with a C-section date. And it's like, okay, well, what if I start experiencing things before? Like, what do I do? And I'm always scared of the pain. I've always been scared of childbirth, and since I was a kid. So every day, morning, noon, and night, as we get closer, I'm like starting to panic. And Chris is like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Everybody's like, you'll be fine when you see them, they're gorgeous. And I'm like, well, what if they're not gorgeous? What if they're ugly? And then I did all that and went through all that, and I still got to look at these little ugly babies. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're going to be precious and cute and lovable. And I probably will forget about all that 2 seconds later. But in the meantime, anxiety through the roof. Let's see. They brought the Braxton Hicks things again. I have no clue. I thought I was having cramps the other day, and I think it was gas. Let's see. Backaches. Oh, third trimester. That's been happening since the second trimester, the beginning of the second trimester. Shortness of breath. Obvi. I sound like Fat Albert. Hey, like obvi. Heartburn. Yep, talked about that. Tums it is. Spider veins, hemorrhoids, varicose veins. So I haven't gotten any of these weird veins. I haven't gotten any hemorrhoids. The only thing I have is on the upper thigh. I see that I have a couple of lines of dark veins. They're not on my legs. They're like on my upper thigh on both sides. You can't see them. I see them because I lotion my whole body every day. But I'm sure they'll go away. I'm sure they'll be fine. And if they don't, you know, who's looking there anyway? That's Chris's problem. I don't even look there. Frequent urination. I wish they would stop with the nonsense. I've been peeing since day one, multiple times. So yeah, that's the list. Let me know if if you have kids, if you've experienced other things during your pregnancy, if there's other things I should look out for. I have, I believe, 6 weeks or a little less than 6 weeks left. Give me some advice. These are my first 2 at one time and in general. So help a sister out. I got braids in my head. I had to do them myself. I couldn't even part it. I'm waiting for hair in the mail. I don't feel like putting a wig on. I don't even have a bra on. I don't even have pants on. This is my life. Help me. I need help. In the meantime, make sure you come back for another video. Peace.